Hey everyone, Joseph here, and Mina, who still prefers to be behind the camera. It's another beautiful day here in New Zealand, but unfortunately it's not like this all the time. It's been raining for days, and apparently we're sick of it. We've done everything we can do indoors, from libraries to supermarkets, and spent a lot of time in this van. And in this time we've come up with a list of 13 things that really suck about van life. And without further ado, number 1, rainy days. So first of all, on rainy days you can't go outside, like you're stuck in here or whatever other facility you choose to go to. Secondly, it's hard to cook. We cook our meals outside. It's a choice, I know, but we prefer to fight with few mosquitoes instead of having our van stink like beans and onions all the time. And thirdly, everything tends to get wet. The rain just builds up so much condensation in the van because it's pretty much all metal, and also there's no place to dry your clothes or anything else you have with you. And continuing on a wet note, number 2, showering. You know that feeling when you get home from a long day and just want to have a nice hot shower? Well, you don't have it in a van, and you just have to be creative. We've tried pretty much everything, but trust me, nothing beats a nice hot shower. And moving on to number 3, pooping. Yeah, I know, it should have been number 2, but it is what it is. We do have this portable thingy, and it even looks good, but trust me, it's never been used. Just imagine taking out your toilet in the middle of the living room, doing your business, and then hiding it under a couch. It just doesn't work like this. So there's a lot of going to the gas stations, pretending to buy something while actually looking for the toilet sign. And continuing on a stinky note, number 4, farting. Statistics says that people fart about 15 times a day on average. And Mina says that I'm above average, at least in some things. But yeah, usually we hide them with cuffs or find a quiet place, but in a van it's not really an option. In here you really get to know your partner, and not in the most romantic way. Just did you fart? Fuck. And now that we've got the silly stuff out of the way, number 5, storage. There's less than 6 square meters living space in here, and not even that much storage. And since when we're in New Zealand, we have to have a lot of clothes. Like in here, 4 seasons can occur in 24 hours. Yes, we try to be minimalistic, but just finding things can be a headache. And once you've found your things, you always leave a mess behind. And that brings us to point number 6, cleaning. Cleaning is a big part of every day, usually a couple of times a day. Such small places get dirty so fast, but at least it doesn't take long to get it all fixed again. Moving on, and number 7, doing the laundry. Doing the laundry in a van, well, we don't do it in a van, but it's a whole adventure. At first, we plan the laundry day ahead, because it takes a couple of hours to clean everything up, and even driving to the laundromat. And since we're on a budget, we always try to get the full load, which can mean wearing the same underwear inside out, or spending some time half naked in a public space waiting for your laundry to get ready. Number 8, getting dressed. The van isn't very high, like it's not high at all, and I am 190 centimeters tall, and dressing up in this van, it's just tricky, and as the time passes you develop new ways to do it. Here's a couple of examples. And after dealing with those 8 annoying things you've already heard, we tend to get kinda hungry. And that brings us to number 9, cooking. We cook outside, cause otherwise it would stink in here. But that's not a problem. What's the problem is that we don't have a fridge. And we can't really have dairy for a long time, we can't have meat for a long time. So most of our food comes out of cans and is dried. And we sometimes miss our toaster and oven as well, just to get the variety. But once we're done cooking, number 10, doing the dishes. We've really done the dishes like 100 different ways, I can promise you. But here's probably one of the best. Drone time. Three more things to go. And number 11, physical activity. I know van life comes with a big sign that you're always gonna be in the most beautiful places, next to the ocean, on hilltops, but it all comes with a price. You drive to those places, and afterwards you drive away from those places. So if you don't plan your physical activity ahead, or the weather sucks like it's been for the last 4 days, you don't really move at all. You just turn into a couch potato who sits in one corner of the van and then goes to the library.
Van potato.
A van potato. And number 12, limited internet. And there's two big things on this. First one is that when you're camping outside and you really want to spend time in those beautiful places where van lifers like to be, there's no service here. And another thing is that data is expensive, and if you're craving for your daily dose of cat videos or just social media, you have to come with ways where internet is unlimited. And yes, in New Zealand we have libraries that all have free internet, but they also tend to be the place where all the funky people come together. And by funky I mean having cool conversations with themselves. Last but not least, number 13, personal space. Well, what can I say? It's non-existent. You have 6 square meters, 2 of you, and the only time you're alone in a van is when you go to a gas station bathroom, pretty much. But if on point number 4 I said that you get to know your partner in a bad way, then this is actually the good way. You really learn to live with each other, and she's looking at me weird. Well, there's no personal space. So that was it. 13 things that suck about living in a van. Well, to add some more value to this video, there's actually one more thing that we discovered last night, and these are mosquitoes. Like, you can hear them everywhere, hunting them down is a pain, but 13 or 14, it doesn't matter. Living in a van actually rocks, and we do like it. It's a lifestyle, you have to make sacrifices, but all in all, we're really glad we made that choice.